Hey guys, welcome back to another Virgo Girl recommendation. And wow, I have been woken up by this series, His and Hers. Talk about good TV. I've been waiting for something like this to come out because TV, because I mean, let's be real. We haven't had, well, I haven't felt like there's been anything on the last month or so that was really that really stood out to me. And when His and Hers came out, it was like, how refreshing is this? So basically, and I say last month or so, maybe last 2 months, uh, don't quote me on that, but it's just been a while since I've seen a series like this that had me in a chokehold, if you will. So with this series, it's on Netflix and it stars someone who I feel, and I know I say this quite a bit, but I don't feel like she gets all the credit she should. Tessa Thompson. She's a great actress. She seems unproblematic, and I just think she's the cutest thing. Well, she really, really showed her range, and she did an amazing job on this series. And it wasn't just her. The cast, they all did a great job. I thought it was well executed. I'm going to be honest with you. I had an idea of how it would end. I'm being honest. So the reason why I initially felt like it was going to be the person that it ended up being is because of that person's actions. They were acting so weird. And I don't know. I just felt like this is gonna be like what's that the butler did it, kind of thing, like Clue, like when you're trying to figure out who is the culprit. I always thought it was the person that it actually was. So there's that. But I still thought it was a really, really good series. It for me, plot twist, yeah, but I thought some parts were a little predictable for me because it played out the way I thought it would, if you will. Still an amazing series, still highly, 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 highly recommended. It was so entertaining. Like I couldn't wait to watch the next episode. So it was that type. Very, very, very good series. Tessa Thompson, amazing, amazing job. I love watching her just, grow. I saw her a long time ago on this movie called Mississippi Damned. I may have mentioned this before, but if you guys haven't seen that, that's a really good movie. It's very sad, but Tessa Thompson was on that when she was really young, and she was very talented then too. So I mean, she could only go up from there. But such a talented woman. And let's see, who else was in the movie? The movie, it did take place. Let's see, I think it was in the state of Georgia. Yes, I believe they were in Georgia. They were in Georgia and somewhere else too. I can't remember. Now I can't even think now because I'm trying to remember where else they were. I think it was just Georgia, maybe. Just different cities in Georgia, maybe. Maybe like Atlanta, and then I think there was a smaller town that they were in. But at any rate, there were people in there that I hadn't seen before really. But John Bernthal was in there. He did a great job. And the other lady, she played in some Tyler Perry movies. She played in, I think it was Fall from Grace. And she was in there. And of course, she had a very important role. And her name is Crystal R. Fox. Good job for her part too. She did an amazing job, actually. I loved her intensity. She did a good job. I mean, she did a great job, actually. Everybody, I loved the director. The way he directed the characters was amazing. I love the intensity as well. Very intense, very kind of like, oh my God. And it's funny because this one, I felt it was more of a, this one, I think their goal was to be like gory. They wanted to show, because sometimes with movies or series, they don't really show the gory part. They kind of like give you an idea of what's going on. But I feel they kind of showed more of the gory side too. They wanted it to be like a thriller, if you will. But anyways, it's on Netflix. I highly, highly recommend this. His and Hers. You may have heard people talking about it because it's been out for a little bit now. But if you haven't watched it, check it out. Until next time, guys, don't forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe. Peace.